Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Grade Marasai. Before I actually get started, I just want to say I'm terribly sorry for yesterday's Master Grade GM Quells review if I sounded a little bit less enthusiastic or a little bit angry. The reason for that was basically I had this assignment in school and I got backstabbed. So I was having a very terrible day and was not really into the mood, but I still wanted to make a video, so that happened. So yeah, and back to the review. This is the Master Grade Marasai. For a limited edition for P Bandai exclusive, there's another Marasai out there, basically the Master Grade Marasai Unicorn Gundam version. The only difference is that it's the color, which the Titans version is basically orangish red. The Unicorn version is gonna be like a militaristic green color, with I think two more additional weapons, which is a Federan rifle that you can attach a beam saber effect onto the end, and another I forgot what the name was but it's the same whip, electrical whip that was used by the Hammurabi. So that's the only difference. Now, I want to mention that a few things about this kit. Number one is that this was one of my first kits that I bought after coming back from the Philippines to Korea, and thanks to this kit, I had my spirits up and started to build and collect master grades. Number two, this was basically, if I'm correct, was built using the Master Grade 2.0 technology. What I mean by 2.0 technology is that after the 2.0 series came out, basically any new kits that came out after that were built on or based on the 2.0 technology, and this is one of that. Problem is, this is my personal opinion, so you don't need to take it seriously, but I think despite this being a 2.0, this was used making 2.0 technology, Bandai wanted to test a few things on this kit, so there are some unique features on this kit as well, or more like interesting things that you won't see that often in other Master Grade kits. So yeah, let's get on to the review. Number one, first what you get is the Master Grade Marasai itself. Beam saber effects, you get two, I can't say exactly yellow like the Yakushikis, but more like a yellowish lime green color beam saber effect, two of them. You get two beam sabers. One I already took out from and attached it to the hand because I want to explain about the hands as well. The other one, being more like hidden, is right over here, so you can put exactly two beam sabers, and they're pretty long for a beam saber, which I do prefer in a way. Okay, what else you get? You get a rifle, beam rifle, that is usually used by the Hyzax, and of course the Marasai as well. The beam rifle design is okay, a very small beam rifle. Problem is, the Marasai is not able to hold this very well. I'll get into that later. Let's see. Now, this is kind of interesting. Now you see those horns. There's three of them, but I don't know. I have no idea why, but they give you four of them, so you have one additional one just in case you lose one or break one. So interesting feature, but not too necessary. You get a bunch of hands, to be honest. I will get into the hands, but you get one open style hand like this, and then the way how the hand works is that you interchange the fingers. So one is basically a holding finger, one is a fist finger, and one is a trigger finger. I believe they use the same technology or similar technology for the Gundam Seed kits. What I know is that they don't move the fingers, they interchange the parts of the hand, so that's how it works. And let's see. Now that is what you actually get from the kit. So let's get on to the review. I guess I couldn't explain what the unique features of this kit is. That I believe this is one of the first kits that you are able to put LEDs in it, like this. So there's your spot for the LED. The LED color you need has to be green. There are two LED colors, which is red and green. That's all I know. As you can see, just saw the pilot. Yeah, the way how you open this, I'm not gonna try, because I tried it a long time ago and I don't know, it's just stuck. I'm sorry with the cockpit parts, but I don't want to mess up, so I'm not gonna even do the cockpit. Those who are wondering what the LEDs look like, now, oh, let me get that away. This is how the LED looks like. I hear some people who are living out in other countries have difficulty getting these, but in Korea, they sell these in mostly Gunpla shops, because all the Gunpla shops are actually managed by Bandai directly, so we get we can get anything, no problem at all. Now, problem is, even though I do have this, I didn't put it in because the battery, they require a very small battery, which I'm not even aware what the size is. Let me check if I can actually figure it out, because they use these flat, like lithium batteries, but they are extremely small that I can't even hold them properly. There we go. They use these kind of batteries. No, they're actually alkaline batteries, LR41, 1.5 volts, and I think they take about 2 in, and they drain it very fast, and yeah, I'm not gonna even try it. So yeah, even the battery prices, they're not that cheap as well, because they're not that common. So yeah, okay. And now, since this is another after my remaking videos on Gunpla, this is my first kit to show another mono eye kit. Let's see. Mono eye kits usually, it's hard to see, but inside you actually had a choice. You can either put the clear piece of the eye, or you can just put a sticker on top of it. Now, the reason I didn't put a sticker on it was for the LEDs. I did actually put LEDs when I first bought this, but it drained it out too fast. And the way how the LED works, there's a switch on here. The switch is right over here, and you click it on. Problem is, even though I screwed the batteries in, the moment I put it in like this, it will turn off. Maybe I got a defective one, whatever. However, it won't last very long, so that's it. And despite it's a 2.0 style kit, the 2.0 style Zaku's basically what came after this kit, like the Zaku's or the Gelgu's. Whenever you move the head, when you move the head, the eye will move together, but this one is not the case. So basically what you do is, if you want to move the eye, you open the head part, and then there's this small piece on top. You need to spin that, and it kind of looks like a Zaku head when you look at it like this. And yes, the cockpit is inside here. I somehow this reminds me that this is the cockpit, but I don't know, maybe I'm getting confused with the Rick Diaz. Okay, another interesting feature are these pipes. Now, basically, I believe the pipes on the hips are the same as the one that you have to do on the Goof or the Zaku's, but the one on here, I can't really remember, because I only built one Zaku before. And no, actually I did build a Goof, but it was a long time ago. Basically, how these pipes works is that they will give you these small individual pieces, and you need to put it in some sort of wire and then just match it in. These, on the other hand, they come in built in a way. You have to slide these in. Basically, there's two lines. One will have these pipes on the line, and that's not the one you need. And the piece will be connected to another line, which you need to use for these parts. You need to slide them out, put them in the right position. Those are very difficult to do. They're really stiff. Well, you won't be worried about breaking them, but your fingers will hurt very badly. So So every time if you see a Zaku, Marasai, Goof, whatever, be prepared to build those pipes, and it will hurt a lot. So yeah, that's one interesting feature. Another one thing that I really like is how they did these armor parts. You see this orange part on the red part. Now that's not a sticker, that's a separate piece. It was kind of difficult for me, who has a little bit big hands, putting them in, but not a big issue as you think. Now going back a little more back. Now the feet, oh, nothing too special, but I like the way how they designed the bottom section of the feet, or I mean of the leg. Basically it has a full bunch of armor. Now you don't really get too much movement by side to side. This is basically all you get, front, back. But since it has a very big feet, you won't really have much of the issues on terms of balance. Yeah, there we go. Now if we go to the back side, these are just a whole plastic piece, and no need to worry. There's more cables or pipes, whatever you call them, on the backpack. Now the backpack is kind of unique as well. I'm not sure if there's more kits that does these, but you can open these sections. Now they're not easy to open. Well, I just got lucky. Now you see these sections that they have holes. By the way, that middle piece is like a camera, so it comes in a clear piece, just in case if you want to know. Now you see these holes, and the kit. Now, one reminder when you buy this kit does not come with action base. It by just looking at the box, it may look like it comes with the action base, but no, it doesn't. You get this piece right over here. So what this piece is, you basically connect it like this, and then you connect the action base. Sorry about that. You connect the action base on here, and you can do it like a swivel action with the kit. Now mine, I never use this, so it's really stiff, but you can basically move this around, and you can do like a pose where you can make it pose as if it's in space or dropping through Earth using the balut system. Yes. Also another reminder, you can also connect the balut system to the Marasai as well. I don't have the balut system, and I don't think I'll be getting it very soon, so yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the unique or basic features I would like to talk about. Now, basically what the Marasai is basically another grown suit used by the Titans, but more like a Zeonic style design. Now I want to talk about the hands. Currently I have one hand, one open style hand, and a fist. So now the open style hand, it's kind of open style, and it's kind of like a 2.0, but not exactly. Basically the thumb is a single piece. You can barely move it. The fingers are individually articulated, but even though you do bend it, you can only get like a 80 degrees bent. So this is as much as you go. Like it's like one of those stereotypical things that you see in like memes style pose hand. So yeah, you will never actually be holding with anything with this hand. Now the purpose for these hands, for example, the beam rifle, if you want to hold this, okay, the way how you hold the beam rifle is, how should I say, not the best design ever. I'm actually kind of angry a bit. Okay, I accidentally popped out the piece, but I'll get into that later. You have the beam rifle, you have the trigger finger. All you need to do is just put it in and then connect to the hand, which seems okay at the first, but problem is there's no peg or hole in the parts or in the weapon as well. So what happens is that this will wobble around. I'm not joking. I try to do all sorts of stuff. You think it'll be like stuck like this, but no, it will be like wobbly, and you'll come off and just shaking. So I tried like more than about 40 times to make it properly, but no. So that's why I'm not even gonna show you this. If you're an expert in terms of painting or customizing, get an additional normal 2.0 style hand and modify it and put it in this one. So the hands are not the best hands for the beam rifle. But on the other hand, the beam saber, same way of connection. Instead of you just use an open style hand, it will hold it perfectly. No shaking, but actually a sturm connection. A very, very nice connection. And one of the coolest looking beam sabers I've seen in a while. I'm not a big fan of beam sabers, but this I will make an exception. And yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce or how to explain this color. It's not exactly yellow. Some may say the thing I'm thinking of, but I'm not gonna mention it. So let's get into articulations. First, the shoulder is basically like a Zaku style shoulder, so you don't get much movements on the shoulder. But on the other hand, now those who don't know how the Ionic kit works, basically, well, for this only works for the Marasai. You can open this up, and this will actually act like a shield. And I believe in terms of connecting the balut system, you have to fold it down that I just did, and you have the beam rifle beam saber on this part. You can clip it on, and it's a very sturm connection. So you actually need both hands. How they put the beam sabers here. It will swivel 360 around, no issues at all. Now for articulations, the head, I'm pretty sure you just saw at first, but oh, let me close that on the back. You won't get much movement. This is all basically you'll get. Now, realistically, since there is a mono eye, of course the mono eye will move more if this was real. So it kind of makes sense. The hip, you do get a little bit of movement, but not too much because the backpack will hamper things and block things as well. Let's see. The arms are connected to a very nice polycap system into the body, so no issues at all. Bending, this is as far as you go. Pretty standard if you ask me, about 80 degrees, the usual. Now, it will go 360, no problem at all. Same, oh, that looks bad. Yeah, that looks very terrible. I can't imagine how it would feel for a human. Okay, so that's it. So no basic, you know, rotations and articulations for the arm. The legs, I believe they don't really get too much movement because these pipes do hamper a bit of the movement of the front skirt armor. So bending is that as far as you go. So let's say about 30 to 40 degrees. Bending, you won't get 90 degrees, more like 40 to 50. So yeah, this is a very bulky-ish kit in a way. Basically, what the Marasai is basically a Titan's version of the Zaku's, I guess, but with more armor or more buff into it. So that's what the best way I would explain it. So yeah, that was the basic review of the Marasai. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. This is also another recommendable kit, but not too recommendable if there's a Gundam Mark II 2.0 right next to this. If you're a beginner, go for it. If you're a Titans fan or collector or just Gunpla collector, go for this definitely. Yeah, the only issues or problems you will have are the hand, most likely. But if you're holding the beam saber, no problem. For the beam rifle, you need to modify the hand, basically. There's very nice detail in this kit. The only downside is, as I said, are the hands and the head, where the mono eye won't move together, but you have to match any position you want. And the LED, it doesn't come with the LEDs or action base, so you need to buy them separately. So yeah, so that was basically it for the review. Thank you for watching my video. Hope this was informative or helpful for anybody out there. I have more videos to make, so stay tuned for more videos. And if you watch this videos, please like and subscribe to my video or channels. So until then, see you guys next time.